Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Little bit of a surprise. I have Dawn Turner, who has joined me, and Dawn in the past has helped sort of backstage, but we had a story out of southern Alberta today that was a little, well, it was tragic and it was awful. So Dawn has a lot more information about what happened. So I've asked her to join me and at least kind of give a little rundown, explain the circumstance of what happened, and all of us will be asking you to send white light and prayers to a good number of people. So we'll start with that, and then we're also going to ask for prayers and white light for Janice Outdated and her family. So it's just when I did
It's
the
a
members
Monday.
live, yeah. When I did the members live yesterday, I said this week is going to be emotionally charged. And it's starting off very, very emotionally charged. So apparently there was Dawn, I'm gonna let you explain kind of what happened.
I'm sure anybody in Canada or in the hockey world knows about the accident with I think they're the Saskatoon Broncos.
Yes.
They're a hockey team out of Saskatchewan that many of them lost their lives in a bus accident. Well, this morning, a good friend of mine who's a fire chief out of a small town south of Calgary, south of myself, south of High River, phoned me, and there was a vehicle accident, and 3 kids from the oh god, now I've forgotten the name of the group, but anyways, the hockey team that's kind of on the same level as the Broncos were killed in a motor vehicle accident. It was a very bad one. It was with a dump truck, and none of the 3 survived.
Yeah,
a couple from
I mean, in
Saskatoon.
anytime that a young person loses their life, it's a tragedy. When it's something like this, it just uh, it just gets you where you live, because you think of the loss of potential, what could have been, where any of these kids, future hockey stars. Their families are left grieving, because I think you mentioned none of the kids were from
Yeah.
Canada. They were,
Well,
yeah.
no, one was from Alabama, and the other 2 were from somewhere in Canada, I believe. I don't know for
Oh,
sure, but
okay,
they
but
were, yeah, they were
not in
billeted.
the area.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, not from the area. So families are trying to get to where we are right now. Um, the This has been very hard on of course, the emergency people, between the cops and
yes.
the ambulance paramedics were on scene. They were some of the first on scene. They were driving by, and they stopped and pronounced right away. The firefighters, that had to do a very difficult job. The rest, there was one young gentleman that was supposed to be in that car, and he, for some reason, decided to drive his own vehicle. So he's pretty messed up with survivor's guilt right now.
Yep.
And the truck driver. The truck driver is a local man, has a family. Yeah, so I've sent out as much white light as I can do energetically myself. We would love it if you guys could send out, if
Yes.
everybody could send out energy
Yes.
and just calming energy, I guess, is for right now. It's
Yeah.
a shock for everybody. So thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you don't often realize that it's not just the people who lost their lives. It's the families. It's the emergency personnel. It's the hospital staff. It's anyone who was on the scene.
Yeah.
And then, yes, of course, there are those that, are going to be dealing with survivor's guilt. Are going to be that truck driver is probably going to be replaying that in his mind so many times, wondering, what would have happened if I had done this, if I had done that, if I this, that. The it's always tragic, and especially when it's an accident with young people, because sometimes and it's no fault of their own, but like I was telling Dawn earlier, there is a reason that the military sends teenagers and young people, very young people, into war.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because they still haven't quite grasped the concept of the consequences of their actions. They don't fully understand or comprehend that just how final death is. And they believe that they're invincible. They believe that anything that life tosses at them, that they can handle. That's one of the beautiful things about being that age, is that sense of, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yeah. And yet, in the blink of an eye, it's done. My gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Cameron Pasorso, 18. JJ Wright, 18. We're both from Kamloops, BC. Hayden Fine, 17, was from Birmingham, Alabama. So,
thanks, Tapioca.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Sending out all kinds of white light, love, compassion, whatever it is that they need to deal with this, to get through this, to come to terms with it in the best way that they can, and in the time that it is that they are going to need. Right? It's not going to be something that's going to be solved overnight. I'm sure that there was an investigation team. Anytime there's a tragedy that has to come, by accident, reconstruction, and so on, to kind of, determine what happened. In a way, it gives us some answers. It doesn't change the outcome. So for right now, I don't think that the families or anyone is, looking for answers as much as they're dealing with the feeling of having lost a cherished family member. So, yeah.
Oh, the most special part, I forgot. a lady was angry at Ben, at my friend, because she couldn't get through the site. She was late. She was 5 minutes late to get to Lethbridge.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he dealt with her fairly decisively.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
And I think at that point, considering that they had to extricate these children from the car, that maybe taking someone like that to the accident and saying, "Here, look, take a look." This, it, yeah, some people are just so clueless when it comes to
yeah.
things like that.
It
And
just
it's a,
and we're preaching to the choir here. Like, when you're on a
yeah,
site, you just relax. You'll get wherever you're going. You just need to do it safe and
yes,
sound. And if you have kids in your family that are just starting out, talk to them. It
yeah,
does not, it doesn't pay to be rushed
yes,
or
yeah.
anything.
A minute or
Just doesn't.
two in the grand scheme of things isn't, yeah. Yeah, Old Windwalker says, hopefully the one with survivor's guilt heals. Most likely he has a special mission, just like the fireman who was sick from work on 9/11. Yes, we that ultimately that is the hope on a spiritual level. That is the hope to that this didn't happen in vain, that there is a greater purpose, and that we may not understand what that purpose is. We just have to have faith that that's what it is.
That he finds
And
it.
yes, and yeah, exactly, that he finds it. So uh, um, yeah, there. So along with that tragedy, now this isn't a tragedy, but it's still someone who needs our prayers, and that is Janice Outdated, who says, "I'm here again asking for prayers from you all. My great granddaughter went into labor 3 months early and delivered her baby girl in the back of the ambulance." So she doesn't have any information in terms of the weight, nothing along those lines, except that for the time being she can't get to her great granddaughter. So if we can focus to send her and her great granddaughter and
Medical team.
the whole family, the
Mm-hmm.
the new little soul who has joined us, the medical team, yes, everyone involved, to just surround them again with white light, with compassion. We hope that everyone's guides are going to be working together for the most benevolent outcome for everyone. And it's this it It could be that, in my first thought when I read that message was, you know, this little child is on a mission, and wanted to get there like I have things to do. So, Janice, if you're looking for a little bit of emotional support and some of the things that might come through, I would strongly recommend Judy of Judy's Healing Fire, only because she went through the same thing the latter part of last year. where her daughter-in-law went into labor early. And, the little tyke was obviously in an incubator and all that, but he's home. He's home. So, just sending out all that kind of good energy to everyone, and keep everyone in your prayers. Send it out to the world. Anyone who needs it, who needs to have that. Yeah, let them have it. And thank you. Michelle Lovejoy says, yes, healing and prayers for everyone in the family and the baby and all the staff taking care of both mom and baby. Yes, absolutely. So thank you. You know what? This community is absolutely fabulous for raising each other up and keeping each other going. Just when you think that I can't take another step, there's someone there that you can lean on, and they will help you take the next few steps. So, there is always that, and medical science has come so far that these little ones have a chance now. So, and Tapioca says, my niece was born 2.5 months early. Luckily, everything turned out okay. Hoping for the same outcome for you. So yes, thank you for those wonderful, wonderful thoughts and so on. So I am going to do my very best to try to raise our energy a little bit from here. And I will pull some cards for you guys. So if you would like to get in to get a reading, I'm going to ask you to type in #whale, WHALE, in the comment section. And I'll be using the giveaway tool. And if you are chosen, I'm then going to ask you to post your question very quickly. Okay, so think about your question ahead of time so that you're ready to go. I'm also going to ask you to be specific. Asking, what do my guides want me to know today? That's not specific. And honestly, sometimes when I get a question like that, oh, what do my guides want to know? It almost tells me that you put your name in just to see if you could win a reading, but you really didn't have a question in mind. And it makes me feel like I'm doing parlor tricks. And this isn't parlor tricks. So, if you're not serious about it, it's difficult for me to kind of tack into that energy. So be specific in what you want. What do my guides want me to know about my upcoming job interview? What do my guides want me to know about next week's move? That's specific. Okay. Just a general check-in, whatnot. Listen, I have a website for that. You can book a private reading. You can have me for an hour and you can ask me anything that you want. So, think about that. And I realize that part of me saying this is a little bit of the emotion, because I'm certainly feeling it, but it's a true emotion. I take what I do very, very seriously, and I honor it. And I expect that the people that I deal with are going to appreciate that and deal with me in the same way. So, that having been said, what else is there? That's pretty much it. Be respectful. If you have gotten a reading from someone else in the last 48 hours, don't do the hashtag. Let someone else have an opportunity. So we'll we'll do that. And, okay. Yeah, quickly, just want to say hello to all of you that have joined us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on Monday. And yeah, let's do it. Let's get to some readings and let's put out some positive energy and vibe. All right. So, like, who is going to be first on our list? And of course, if my name comes up, Jackie B readings. Jackie.
Oh, Jackie.
Yeah. Jackie B. And after Jackie, we have. Da-da-da-da. I have to find out from Gerald how he put his music up. Gemma Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Put your question in, Gemma Lee and Jackie. And I'll do 4. I'll do 4 people. And after Gemma Lee, we have Amanda Celeste. Perfect. So put your question in, Amanda, and then rounding out this group is going to be da, 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 J Cat Lady. Alrighty. Perfect. Yay.
Oh, Amanda said that she will pass.
Okay. All right. Amanda Celeste. Okay. Let me bring in someone else. Thank you for doing that, Amanda. That is very kind of you. And oh, I'm not reading for her. Who let her in? Okay. Yeah. Moderators in the room, keep an eye out. Okay. Patrick Duncan. Patrick.
Oh, I think Patrick said something too. Mr. Patrick. If I come up, I pass, draw another.
All right. Thank you, Patrick. And Roxy. Okay, Roxy, you get your question in. And are we... Okay, let me remove that. Boom. Boom, boom. And
I think we're waiting for
J-Cat
Lady and Foxy Roxy.
Okay, you guys get your... I'll get that sassy troll, Marina. There's a sassy troll in here. Who? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to call her that from now on. You started a trend book.
Yes. Okay. All right. So we do have Foxy Roxy. And
okay.
Well,
J-Cat Lady.
Yeah. J-Cat Lady, get your question in, and I'll pick her up on, or if she doesn't respond here in the next minute or so, then we'll pick someone else. We'll just skip that. But in the meantime, Jackie B says, what creative projects should I pursue this month? Let's all call her that. Your wicked book. Oh, and there's J Cat Lady, and she does have a question. Okay.
Okay.
What creative projects should Jackie be? Oh, Jackie, I'm seeing you doing something with your hands. Um, Unexpected expense, hurt feelings, and reward for effort. Okay. Um, I think that it feels to me like you're working on some kind of a basket, or whether you're filling the basket, um, but you're putting something together, and it almost it almost feels like, yes, you someone's feelings are hurt, so you put together a little care package for them, and they're very appreciative, and all of a sudden someone else comes to you and says, hey, that was a fabulous little thing that you did. Can you make one for me for so and so? And it feels like it kind of goes from there. So whether that's, yeah, little gift baskets, or whether it's little pieces of jewelry, but you're making something to make someone feel better. And it's working. It's getting attention. So yeah. And thank you, Amanda Celeste. Yeah, I'm a little colorful today. Thank you. Okay. And then Gemma Lee says, how does the female senior manager feel about me, my work, and what may I improve for her to support converting me to permanent? Okay. Well, how does she feel about you? That is, Gemma, like asking for a third party reading, and I don't have her permission to read on her feelings, but I can certainly read on the energy around your work, and what that feels like. So, oh, okay. Overworked, underappreciated, beautify, glow up, and fixing the problem. Okay. So I think that, you know what? She's probably a little too busy to fully appreciate everything that you do. So I think that what's going to be required is for you um, to kind of toot your own horn, because no one is going to stand behind you and say, oh, by the way, did you notice what Gemma did? It doesn't work like that. So you kind of have to advocate for yourself. So and that could be, yeah, fixing the problem, because it's going to bring your work to her attention. So there's nothing wrong with approaching her and saying, by the way, I collated all the notes for that particular project, and I hope they were helpful to you when you did the presentation. That kind of stuff, where you can bring attention to the things that you do without saying, oh, by the way, my information was what made your presentation successful, right? And asking also will show her that you are a team player. Yeah, thank you for the affirmation. I advocated and stood up for myself, and she grew even more critical. Oddly enough, sometimes we are critical of the people that we see potential in, and we just don't think that they are living up to their full potential. So, yeah, just make sure that she and maybe even her supervisors are aware of the things that you do. So hopefully that is going to be helpful. Okay, and then we've got J Cat Lady, who says, will we see Trump's health decline this month? It's funny that you should say that, because I watched a program before I came on where they were talking about this. These really are like final days, that we're seeing the steady decline. And one of the videos that was posted was Trump in the Oval Office. He's surrounded by a lot of people, and of course, entertainment purposes only, right? What do I know? And there was a lot of people behind him, and he's signing an executive order with, now he's using a great, huge, big Sharpie and, doing the thing. And he was supposed to take, you're going, Amanda? No. No, Dawn isn't reading. Yeah, she's just kind of helping me behind the scenes there. Okay, so anyway, back to Cheeto. He was supposed to take questions from the press who were all there, and apparently after he did his little thing about this is going to be wonderful, this is fabulous, blah blah blah, you could hear, don't apologize, you could hear a rather familiar sound, and the woman that was kind of standing behind him, you could see the look on her face changed, and all of a sudden she's doing one of these. And at the same time, the people that were Trump's people were, okay, everybody, that's it, yeah, it's over, out. They couldn't get the people, the journalists, out of there fast enough. Well, apparently he shit his pants. So, yeah, it's getting much more noticeable. He's not golfing as much. He showed up at an event wearing a single glove. I don't know, maybe he's a big Michael Jackson fan. But these are all things that are part of the decline. We are witnessing the decline. That's, one day he's just, and sooner rather than later. It will be. I don't want to wish harm on anyone, but it's going to be glorious. Going to be glorious when it happens. So, Jay Catley, I hope that answers your question. Okay. And then we've got Roxy, who says, is there any specific message I need to hear from the other side about how I have felt with the universe? I have been so conflicted with all this suffering. Okay. I'm going to pick another deck. Neptune did really well for me last time, so let's go to Neptune. It's part of our spiritual journey, and part of our growth is recognizing that bad things happen to good people, and that we come to terms with the fact that everyone has chosen their life before they reincarnate here. So why would someone before they were born come here and choose to suffer and to deal with all kinds of disease and so on and so forth, because they are here to want to learn a lesson. We can't stand in judgment of what that lesson might be. We need to focus on our path, and we need to encourage others to focus on their path. And I know that sometimes that is very difficult because, yeah, you see so much suffering, especially, we see children suffering. What kind of a monster would want children to suffer or to go through things that, are horrific and evil and unkind? It is a hard concept to maybe come to terms with, but it is part of the greater plan. And if we just have faith in it. Okay. Yeah. The card that I drew was Sacred Gratitude. Sacred Gratitude. And that says prayer and faith. So yes, having the faith that I may not understand everything that is going on. And maybe I don't need to understand anything that is going on. Maybe my job is just sending out light and love and compassion to every situation. I then get Keeper of Destiny. The Akashic records. Like I said, we choose the life that we want to lead, or lead according to what it is that we want to learn. So, it may not, someone else's journey may not make sense to you, and it's not meant to make sense to you. It's meant to make sense to the person that is living it. And then all that sparkles. And this is valuable metals and minerals. So knowing that every experience, yes, has value. It has value, whether we appreciate it or not, or we can see it and recognize it, or somehow explain it. Right? The best way that I can explain it to you is to say, have faith. Have faith that everything is happening for a reason. It doesn't mean that you shut off your feelings, and there is no other choice, but I'm struggling with my thoughts. Yes. And when those unpleasant thoughts come in, if you can, just stop yourself and say, this is not my life path. I honor everyone's life path, wherever it takes them, however it takes them, where it might lead. I have to have faith that ultimately everything is going to work out in the end, and it's going to work out according to the way that it should. So I know I wish that I could give you something more, but there it is. That's kind of where it is. Okay, Innocent Potato just said, please keep the people in Cape and Gloucester, Massachusetts. The fishing boat Lily Jean sank a few days ago, and all 7 people are presumed dead. Oh. Is that fishing town? Yeah. Yes. Perfect storm. Oh, and that was the perfect storm fishing boat. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. That is, yeah. and Jason, I didn't quite see what you had, but I know if Dawn is responding to you, she's coming up as Heart Center Tarot. So yeah, there we go. All right, let me do a couple more. And all right. So in the next group, we've got Jason Vincent. Yes. And so Jason, post your question. And then after Jason, we have Winnie Lott. So Winnie, please post your question in the chat. And Silverwoods. Okay. Silverwoods, please post your question. And then the last one in this group is going to be Maureen Danico. Maureen, please post your question. Okay. Wow. You know what? This is so nice where I don't have to be scrolling up. Thank you, Dawn. This is just so lovely to kind of
You're
sit back
welcome.
and much easier. Okay, Jason Vincent says, will my 30-year friend Tiffany understand the pain of her selfishness from the last 4th of July when she planned going out with me and then told me I don't think it's a good time for you to go out? Wow. And you know what? No, she's not going to understand that because she still hasn't gotten to the point where she realizes that, she's being a little selfish, right? She's putting her own needs ahead of anyone else's. And because you're an empath, it's, he'll understand. It's okay. It's just, I think that she's not taking the relationship seriously. She doesn't see the value in the relationship that you do. Okay. Yeah. Sovereign ruler. You're, authority over all. You can certainly stand up for yourself. And if she has, if she hasn't apologized by now, maybe it's too late to bring it up. But know that you have feelings too. You made plans. You probably made some changes to accommodate the two of you going out. So, this kind of last minute, oh yeah, no, I don't think it's a good idea. Well, you should have thought of that before you invited me. So, but I think that this sovereignty ruler is reminding you to stand up for yourself, to have sovereignty over self, and recognize that, what she's doing is she's not taking you and your feelings into consideration. Okay. Cloak of confusion. yeah, mind fog, forgetfulness. Yeah, she's just not very, yeah, she's very selfish. And she also told me that wanted everyone around her to have fun. Yeah, well, maybe everyone can have fun without her. So, yeah, she may be 30 years old. She may be 60. She may be 90. It doesn't mean that she's emotionally mature enough to recognize what her actions, the impact that her actions have on people. Um, yeah, and distraction addiction. I think that uh, she likes the drama. And that kind of makes me feel like, this is a relationship that maybe you may not want to put a kibosh on, but maybe you could just tone it down a little bit and say, yeah, I'm not into playing for the drama, right? Oh, let's all do this. No, I don't want to do that anymore. Oh, how about this? That she changes her mind as soon as the spotlight isn't on her anymore, something else comes up. You don't have to play. You don't have to play. You can say, no, sorry, I'm not going to do that. Everyone's going to a movie and you want me to come along? I have other plans that night. I might show up at the last minute. We'll see. Yeah. So there. I hope that is helpful. And I do want to say thank you, Susan Rotella. Of course, always appreciated and generous from you. And artist Liz, yes, thank you for your super sticker. It is very much appreciated, and yeah, always gets right to my heart. So thank you. Okay. And then do we have Winnie Lot? No, we never heard from Winnie Lot.
No, okay. I just put out a last call.
All right. So then we'll go to Silver Woods, and Silverwood says, "May I have a message from my husband?" Okay, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Jason Vincent. He gifted a heart-centered membership. Thank you, Jason. That is very, very generous of you. Yeah. Marby! Ah, lovely. Well done, Marby. Okay. So, Silverwoods. What does? Okay. I don't know if you recently got a haircut or you did something different with your hair. But he's certainly approving of it. And I think that, yeah, he's kind of laughing and saying it's about time. So I don't know whether the last little while you have, you've sort of stopped taking care of yourself, not because you couldn't, but it's like, why bother? Who am I going to see? Whatnot. But he's kind of teasing you a little bit and saying, yeah, okay, it's about time. Wait, I need to go to this other bit. He's also, you went gray. Okay, well, he likes it. And he's also telling me something about your transportation, whether there is, whether you're having issues with your car, whether you're having either something to do with transportation that he wants to bring up. Okay. All right. I get unprepared, not ready for this. There. Whatever it is, I recently purchased a new car. Okay, all right. Make sure that you follow up on all the warranties and all the scheduled maintenance and so on, because it feels like something pops up with the vehicle that is going to require a little bit of work, and it's going to be unexpected, and it is going to be an unexpected expense. Associate fateful ties. If you purchase the vehicle from a dealership, I think you might do a little better than if you purchased the vehicle from a friend, because a friend isn't going to be overly honest with you, in that they're going to say, well, gee, that's funny. It never made that noise when I had it. So, assistant, spirit guide. Know that when that your husband is around you, that he is he's doing his level best to protect you from some of the things that are coming up or that are coming by, and he's just letting you know, just relax. Purchase through a dealership. Good. Then, just if anything goes, and any noise, anything that is out of the ordinary, take it in right away. Because there could be something that might come up. Yeah, that might kind of have an effect on your vehicle. So there you go. Okay. And then we've got Maureen D'Amico says, I would like to know what spirit wants me to understand regarding my dad. Well, what he wants you to, and thank you, Froxy Roxy, for that super sticker. Okay. What they want you to understand, that your dad's journey is not your journey. And that no matter how much you try to get yourself inside of whatever it is that he's doing, what I'm hearing is stay in your lane. You're trying a little too hard to have control over the situation, and it's things are going to happen as they're supposed to happen. So divided path. There's thing right. He's almost in a place where he's deciding which way he's going to go. Guardian of nurture. Yeah, he's you can acknowledge that he was the nurturer in the family. That he has a caring energy, and he wants you to acknowledge that energy and let him have it. Like, sounds awful, but I don't know that I can find the words to kind of explain it. It's like, he appreciates everything that you're doing for him. He just also he wants you to remember that ultimately it's his life, it's his decision, it's his road, it's his path. And you're just going to have to come to terms with it, that it's not up to you, it's up to him. Yeah, I get a sense that he is in limbo. Yeah, and he's going to do what he wants to do, and you have to honor whatever that is, whether you like it or not. And of course, none of us like those things, but it's his path, it's his journey. So I hope that is helpful. Okay. And so Winnie says, my question is, when do you see me getting my career going? Well, okay. Eternal cycle. That you've kind of, you've done this career thing more than once. And you decide that I don't know, I'm going to be an accountant. And so you take a couple accounting courses, and it's like, no, that doesn't work for me. I'm going to be, I don't know, I'm going to arrange flowers. And you do that, but no. I think you're one of those people that you can't really be looking at a career in something that is overly structured, because that's not going to work for you. You're not the type of person, that can work with like military precision, because you're like a butterfly. You're kind of all over the place, right? So the idea of when will you get your career going, when you decide on what it is that you want to do. I also get Jupiter's bounty, and Jupiter is wait, I need my glasses. Duh. Don't like it when that happens. Yeah.
We all have them.
Yes. Yeah. It's about expansion and growth. So yes, it will come in, and things are going to take off when you decide kind of what it is that you want to do. Because up until now, you're kind of, like I say, all over. Yeah, freedom's embrace, releasing the soul script. So yeah, I think that the fact that you asked about your career, you do want something that you're going to make a career out of, but what you've been doing is taking actions to get a job. And there's a big difference between a job and a career. So, just think about that and get a little more information on what it is that you want to do. I hope that resonates. That was a little different. Yeah. And Roxy, thank you very much for that super sticker. That is very, very nice and very generous of you, and I appreciate it very much. So, now Susan. Okay. There, I did notice. Well, maybe not. I thought that Susan Rotella had asked something. Oh, oh, um, about
Yes.
when you're,
And
yeah, when you're going to be ready to retire. I'm seeing um, like summer fall of this year. I think you've got a few months to kind of get things going and put things in place. But I think that you can if that is something that you're interested in and you want to retire, I think that you most certainly can. Don't overthink it. If it feels like you know this year is the right time, then this year is the right time. Have faith in that. Yeah. Oh, oh, Janice Outdated says, oh my God, baby Oakland is 1 pound, 13 ounces. 1 pound, 13 ounces of precious energy.
tiny but mighty.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And yeah. I think that by the time, and that's a beautiful name, Oakland. I like that. I like that very much.
Mm-hmm.
By the time that she's in high school, you're yeah, you're not going to be able to hold her back. Like yeah, yeah. All right. Well, you guys, for a little over an hour, thank you so much for spending your time here with me, and thank you for the prayers that we are sending out to all those affected by the accident is in Slavely, and for all the people associated with that, and for yeah for Janice dated great granddaughter and the new baby, and yeah, just thank you, everyone. And thank you, Dawn. This made it a lot easier. A lot
You're
easier.
welcome.
So thank you all, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.